what's going on, guys? So as you can tell, this week's video is going to be a little bit different because I don't look like myself. I'm going to be showing you kind of how I created this look for Halloween, or for like the Halloween weekend. This video is pretty much coming straight from Franny Arietta. She did this look inspired by an Instagram post she saw. She did it a little bit differently in terms of like jewels on her face instead of like all paint. But I mean, otherwise this look is pretty much inspired by her. It's pretty much, I'm following what she did, but it worked really well, and I was really glad she made that video because it worked super well for Halloween weekend. So if you want to see how to get this look, make sure to just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just put back my hair because I don't want it getting in the paint. That would probably not be a good thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the black paint, and I'm basically just going to be outlining my cheekbones and then bringing it up to my nose, and I'll kind of show you how that's done, obviously. And I'll put in the description what paint I used and what brushes I used, just so you guys kind of have an idea of what I wanted to use. These are also like water-based paints, so you have to have water with you, just letting you know. But they dry super well. Okay, so you basically just want to like start kind of up by your ear, kind of where your cheekbone like comes down. So kind of like feel where your cheekbone is, and that's where you're gonna outline the bottom of it. You're gonna bring it up to your nose. And what I like to do is I like to make a point where I'm gonna put it on my nose, so it's gonna like outline, you know, the bridge of your nose. And then bring it up kind of past like where it like indents. And then you're just gonna bring it across your nose and do the same thing on the other side. When they don't turn out even, it's okay, we'll fix it. Okay, so it looks a little messy right now, but it'll look better once we put the white on later. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the first step. And we'll carve it out with the white to make it look a little bit neater. So first step is done. Woohoo! Okay. Also, this is the first time I'm doing this video without actually watching Franny do it, so I'm kind of just going off of what I remember. So, yeah. So the next thing we're going to do is carve out our cheeks, like, themselves to make them look more hollow. This is not going to be, like, super blended and super, like, I'm just letting you know, but it's going to create some type of an effect. So, what you're going to do is you're going to make kind of like two bumps, kind of, and the second bump is going to come around the mouth like this, and then you're going to go kind of back up, and we'll show you right now how to do that. So again, you kind of want to bring it up like that. The second bump should be kind of closer to like the middle part, and then this part should come by your mouth. And it doesn't really matter how far you bring it down or how early you bring this up, but if you want to bring up this part when this one kind of goes up, how I like started it, you know, that's probably the best place to put it. Okay, so this side is actually end up thicker than this side, but it's fine. We're just going to go with it. I'm not going to redo it. The next thing you're going to do is you're just going to fill that part in. I just realized how incredibly uneven these look, but it's okay. We're just going to go with it because it's Halloween and I don't think anyone would really care. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is, oh, I was actually supposed to do this first, but it doesn't really matter. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do our nose. So I'm basically just gonna outline what I did up here and reflect that on my nose and then color it in. So I'm gonna start kind of from down here and just kind of bring it up and do like the same thing I did before. And I'm just gonna bring it around the bottom of my nose. And I'm just going to color it in. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to outline our teeth and our mouth. There's so much paint on this brush. Oh my gosh, it just all came like trickling down. Okay, so I'm going to start in the middle of my mouth and then work my way out on both sides. And I'm going to use my Cupid's bow as like an outline for the next two lines. I just made some extra teeth on the outside of my mouth, and then I'm going to connect them on the outsides of it. Now it's starting to look a little bit more like a skeleton. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just draw the teeth in between, and so I'm going to be taking this smaller brush And we're gonna move on to the white paint. I'm basically just going to draw or like paint in between where I put the black. Duh. Okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna paint the outsides of my mouth. Actually, no, let's do this first. We're gonna actually paint the inside really fast of my mouth. So the inside of your mouth, like your lips, should be black. Okay, it just adds like that extra kind of effect, you know? Alright, so the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to paint the parts where there isn't black. Franny did jewels up here, but I'm just going to paint it white. So I'm going to take kind of this, like, this brush gets so much water too. This brush is like a bit thicker, and so I'll be using this one to paint the outside. And there's a hair. And it's okay if it like kind of messes up where you put the black lines, because I'm basically just going to paint back over the black lines to re-emphasize them again. Okay, and then now for the nose part, because that brush is a little thick, I'm going to be using this kind of slanted, the slanted brush, and I'll just be painting in between there, just because it's easier to get it more accurate. Oh! It looks a little messy, but that's okay. So now I'm going to take the white and I'm just going to paint the bottom half of my face. Back in with that huge brush that we used before. So I'm going to go back in with that first brush we used with the black, and I'm basically just going to redefine the black lines on my face. I'm also going to make them just a little bit longer. Okay, so these were a little long, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it. So now the face is done, but we're going to add a little something extra to this. So I don't know where they are, but what I did last night when I went out for like Halloween and stuff, I put on little sparkles, and that's what we're gonna do today. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we got our little stars, but we're basically just gonna be putting these right underneath our eyes because it adds that little bit of extra, you know. Franny used diamonds here. I'm gonna use little temporary star face tattoos. I mean, these are pretty self-explanatory. You wet a cloth, you press it out for 30 seconds, and then you peel away. And it says take your time, so obviously 30 seconds is a suggested time, but you could obviously go longer. And it's really difficult with the water, because the paint, because the paint is definitely not waterproof. It might go on with water, but it's definitely not waterproof. So I would just tap it like this and make sure it's on, and then press it so that you don't ruin what you just did. You could definitely do this before, which would probably be a better idea. However, this is just the way we're doing it. So. And voila. So now I'm going to do the other side. Literally using the water I just put paint in, so. And voila, the look is done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. Again, all credit for this video basically goes to Franny. She did this look just a little bit differently. It's completely inspired by her. I basically followed what she did, but it works super well, and I really, really love this look, and I love the way that she did it. So make sure to go check out her video too. I'll leave it in the description below. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, I don't even know my own outro. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!